Alright, welcome to my WWE Wrestlemania 35 predictions video. I am new to this whole YouTube predictions video game, but I've seen what other people do and it makes them seem popular, so I'm just going to follow in that same vein. So, let's dive right in. First, we've got the pre-show. Let's start with the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale. So far, WWE has made it look like there are really only 3 options for winners in this one: Braun Strowman, Michael Che, and Colin Jost. I really hate what WWE does with Braun Strowman in the lead up to Mania every year. But I'm not just going to cry about it. Of all the people going into this with momentum behind them, there's really only one guy that I can see winning, and there's only one guy who would really truly benefit from the rub, and that's EC3. He's got nothing going on, and this could potentially make his main roster and, let's be honest, his NXT run. Unlikely, yeah, but I'm attaching my horse to Ethan Carter III here. Next up is the Women's Battle Royale. I'll be honest, none of the women here really feel like they have any heat. I mean, Asuka's got a little bit, but that's just because she just lost the title to Charlotte. We could go with Naomi as a favorite. She won last year. She could win again. 2-peat seem to be fun. But I don't really see the point. I really think it's time for Mandy Rose. Mandy Rose has come to shine. She's got everything that Vince loved about Trish Stratus and all the ability that Triple H loves to showcase. She's not a super logical pick, but hey, she's my call. At this point, at the time of this video being taped, written, and recorded, I don't actually know the order of the card. So, that being said, let's address 205 Live. In preparation for this video, I have watched exactly 0 hours, big fat 0, of 205 Live. All I know is that there's going to be a lot of cruiserweights who fall on the heel side of the show, and Tony Nese seems to be one of the good guys. Well, to that I say bully. I like bad guys. Bad guys are the best. I've seen a couple Buddy Murphy matches. He seems pretty legit both in-ring and on the mic. So, I mean, why not make a title mean something, especially a newer one? So, Buddy Murphy, till next Mania. Ding! Next is we're going to talk about the SmackDown 4-way tag title match. Why? What's the point? Why are we doing a 4-way? I'm over the bar. Sheamus and Cesaro are amazing, both together and against each other. I can literally watch the two of them fight until the end of time. Two of the best. I want them as singles competitors. I want them back on the singles division. I want Sheamus over on Raw, and I want Cesaro over on SmackDown. That's all you need. Same goes for Ricochet and Aleister Black. They're too good to be wasted in the tag division, honestly. I mean, I don't want titles on either one of them. They could both do amazing things in the upper mid-card. I don't want them to have any titles until they've had a chance to fight literally everyone. I mean, Aleister would do amazing things with Balor, and I know Ricochet could put on just a clinic with AJ. It'd be amazing. Next is Rusev and Nakamura. I mean, WWE, why are you guys just taking any two guys with a little bit of chemistry and making a tag team? Fix the tag division. You know who would be great here that we've seen nothing from? Sanity. Instead of probably job out to, The Miz again. Anyway, sorry. Usos to retain. Fix the tag division. Let's see, who is next? Speaking of Shane and The Miz, I love Falls Count Anywhere matches. Like, I love the option to take the match out of the ring and end it anywhere. I want this one to be crazy. Like, open the show with it. That'd be awesome. Like, the show starts, you hear, here comes the money, does his little dance, and then The Miz comes out, bell rings, they start fighting back and forth, and then they both wind up leaving the arena. Entirely leaving the arena. They go, Miz gets in a cab, Shane's like, hey, follow that cab, and then the announce team doesn't know what's going on, nobody seems to have any clue what's happening, and so the ring announcer gets up and goes, I'd like to introduce this next match. And just throughout the show, kind of like they used to do with the hardcore title, it just goes back and forth to the Falls Count Anywhere match, where they're in like iconic places around New York. It could be a lot of fun. I'd love to see the match end with Shane pinning The Miz in a crazy place, like at the top of the Statue of Liberty, up at the Torch, or in the middle of Grand Central Station, just with tons of people all around. It'd be hilarious. Next is the Raw tag titles. Revival needs to get a big one here. I cannot wait to see the kind of clinic that they can put on with the Edgeheads. I mean Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins. I don't want to squash Ryder, so have Hawkins take the pin, but I do want like a full whooping. Like, I want a beatdown. Just the Rival just stomping the crap out of them. Revival to retain clean. I don't want any shenanigans like a count-out victory or anything like that. Onwards to the women's tag match. God, so many tag matches on this one. First and foremost, I want there to be backstage shenanigans. I do really want shenanigans. And Nia and Tamina are out of the match. Possibly replaced by, say, Trish and Lita? Maybe? Actually, better that would be the Riot Squad. I can see Liv and Sarah just annihilating Tamina, and then Nia shows up and is like, "What's happening?" And then Ruby just hits her with a Riot Kick, just straight in the mush. Anyway, still gonna be a fun match. I'm really excited to see what happens with Beth squaring up with a fangirling Bayley. I do want to see something innovative from the Iconics, and I want Billie Kay to get the pin on Sasha. I wouldn't mind it being something clever, like a foot on the ropes, you know, kind of a little bit cheatery, ref bump, something. But I want the Iconics to win. This rub would do a lot of good for the women's division, giving it to a tag team that's actually been together and not just thrown together at the last second because they have a little bit of chemistry. And the Iconics would be great. Next, we're going to do the U.S. title match. Let's get into that. There's really no story here. Joe and Ray just kind of forced into this together because Ray can drag a good match out of a dead man, and Joe can drag a good match out of anyone. I don't think I've seen a bad Samoa Joe match. But there's no story, there's no heat, there's no angle. It doesn't make sense for this match to be at Mania. I mean, I love Ray. He's a huge part of my early experience with SmackDown. I love Joe. He's been a huge part of my experience with the Indies. Joe was amazing. But it makes no sense for this match to be here. Unless someone comes in. And by someone, I mean El Idolo Andrade. Almost could come in, distract Joe long enough for Ray to set up the 619. Ray gets the 1-2-3, and then bam, hammerlock DDT to Ray. Almost holds the title up high, kind of like looks down at Ray, drops the title on him, and walks out. Now we reach a good place for Elias. About a good halfway point through the main card. The lights go out, Elias plays in, we get a little into it. He does, he talks a little bit of trash about New Jersey, how he wishes this was in New York. And then Honky Tonk comes out. I mean, come on. Honky would be a lot of fun right here. He and Elias have the exact same gimmick, minus the Elvis impersonations. It'd be a lot of fun to have them come out. But then instead of it being like at the Rumble with Jarrett, we have Elias just gush over him. Talks about how Honky was such an inspiration, the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion. They do a little bit of a duet, and then the Hall of Music plays, and we get the usual congratulations and cheers, except this time they're all in the ring instead of at the top of the stage. Because Honky's already down in the ring. It's a little different, mix up just a little bit. Alright, so at this point, we are getting into the fun stuff. Baron Corbin. Music hits, he comes down to the ring. Boos everywhere! Everyone hates Corbin. We love to hate Baron Corbin. He is the worst. And because we all think he's the worst, WWE is going to continue to push him to the moon. I mean, come on. that happens every time you hate a heel. When you really, really hate them, even if you're a smarky smark and you're hating them, and you're just hating on them because they can't wrestle or they look stupid, WWE latches on to that heat. They hold on to that heat that he's giving you, and they push him and make him just this ultimate bad guy. I mean, come on, they've done it with Hunter like 3 or 4 times at this point. So he grabs a mic, he starts talking shit, and then all of a sudden Kurt's music hits, because of course it does. Kurt comes down to the ring, grabs the mic from Corbin, and he says, that was nice, hit my music again. And then the dun dun, you suck, dun dun, you suck. Well, all the while just up in Corbin's face. Match starts, and Corbin just destroys Angle. Just decimates him. Deep 6, drags Angle to his feet, hammers him with an end of days. Corbin wins after a clean 3 count, grabs a mic, and right before he starts to talk, the lights go out. And we hear a heartbeat just do-do, do-do, do-do. And Balor starts to come out. Comes out, and the Demon just runs Corbin out of the ring. Now, I'm not saying that we cut Balor's entrance short. He has an amazing entrance. I want lights and smoke and fire. And you know what? Undertaker's not going to be there this year, so why not get a little bit of force lightning out of the Demon instead of the Undertaker? Be a new angle. Be interesting. Balor doing a run-in on Corbin is not going to affect it at all. Like, maybe he scares Corbin out with the lightning. Maybe just his music hitting scares Corbin away. But still, it gets Corbin out of the ring. And the lights are down. And Kurt can be escorted up the ramp. Hidden in the smoke. Retiring, going out on his shield. Now, back into it, though. I got a little emotional for a second. Kurt Angle, I'm going to miss you. Number 1. Back into it. Balor versus Lashley. Long match. I'm thinking 15, 20, 25 minutes out of these two. The Demon pushes Lashley, and Lashley shoves him right back. Turns into a real battle of power versus speed, and speed is just annihilating it. It's not a squash match, though. Lashley is too good to be squashed. He needs to be in the main card, not just in the mid card. Same with Balor. I'm not taking anything away from Finn. But Finn is at a point in his main roster run where he needs the Intercontinental title. He needs to hold it for a while. So, the Demon gets up, he hits Lashley with a sling blade, but Lashley just hammers him with a power bomb. Like 2 counts everywhere. And then Leo Rush tries to involve himself. But as he gets involved, the Demon looks at him and throws a hand up. And like a pyro hits, like Kane's used to. Lashley's stunned by it. The Demon turns around. It just hits Lashley with another sling blade. Goes up top and just nails a coup de grace. Clean pin victory for the Demon. But at the same time, we're still making Lashley look strong going forward. Next up is Styles versus Orton. I really feel like Styles is going to win this one, especially since we saw Kofi kick out of an RKO on SmackDown. But it's still really up in the air. I'm calling for AJ to win because AJ is my boy. I've been following him since the beginning of his career. He is awesome. I mean, he's 2-1 on the grandest stage of them all. Okay, I waited this long to call it that. I did it, but I waited, okay? Alright, but I really like Randy versus AJ. They're good, but I want them to go against each other a lot more. I want to get tired of it. It's one of those rivalries that I want to be just over at the end, kind of like Cena and Orton, kind of like The Rock and Austin. Towards the end, you want them to stop. So I want a weird ending. Maybe double count out. Maybe Randy gets disqualified. Maybe AJ beats Randy to a no contest. I don't know. Something fun. Something that'll keep a story going between the two of them. Legend versus legend. What's next? Okay. So, Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. Nice, normal match. They go at each other. Nothing, no big spots. Just a a fight. Basically just a fight. And it's looking like it's not going to go either way. Like, neither man is getting more than a 1 count until Ambrose comes in. Ambrose runs in, hammers a dirty deeds on McIntyre. McIntyre wins by interference. But then Dean hits one on Roman, beats the shit out of Roman, and then locks Reigns into an STF. Drops the STF, and then gets just destroyed by McIntyre. Dean rolls out of the ring, grabs a chair, and just beats the high holy hell out of McIntyre. Ambrose walks out, holds the chair up high, it's bent, it's dinged up, looks back at the camera, and just smiles. Alright, oh, cripe, this is a long show. On to the Universal title. Oh, you thought you were going to get DB versus Kofi next? Nah, they're not next. So, Seth makes his way out to the ring, wearing all new gear, probably something crazy, looking like it's out of like Monster Hunter or something. Brock and Paul make their way out to the ring. My name is Paul Heyman. Lesnar just stalks around the ring a couple times, kind of like draws it out, leaves the music playing, just stomps around the ring a few times. Now, this one needs to be clean. I would love to see Heyman betray Brock, but it's just not going to happen. There's no storyline there. There's nothing to really make it happen. So again, we're going to get agility versus strength. Brock goes for a German. Seth lands on his feet. Brock goes for an F5. Seth wiggles out and reverses it into a Falcon Arrow. Brock never gets a pin in. He gets a lot of offense in. Seth gets beat up. But Brock never goes for a pin. And Seth is just taking him to church. Just running him ragged. Lesnar is just in the middle of the ring, just sweaty beast, just dripping sweat. Face as red as a cherry tomato. And Seth's just sitting there breathing easy. He's sweaty because of course he is, but he's still breathing easy. Because Seth has conditioning. Seth is CrossFit Jesus. And he's CrossFit Jesus for a reason. He can run circles around Lesnar for days. Lesnar's strong. Lesnar's smart. Lesnar is capable of great bursts of speed. Rollins is capable of insane amounts of speed over and over and over. And, like, just Seth has to hit every move in his playbook. He can't quite get Brock down. But finally, he gets him in a corner, hits him with a buckle bomb, something, and Brock's down. Seth goes to the top rope. We see something we haven't seen in a long time. Phoenix Splash. 1, 2, 3. Seth wins, clean as a whistle. Now y'all get Daniel versus Kofi. Kofi gets a huge entrance from Big E. And there's a party on the ramp on the way in, you know. MetLife Stadium! Don't you dare be sour! Like, party. Just tons of people in New Day gear. All over the ramp. There's pancakes exploding out of cannons, you know. Xavier rides down to the ring on an actual unicorn. I don't know. Maybe even a bunch of people, like, in New Day gear pick Kofi up and, like, crowd surf him to the ring. That'd be awesome. Big match feel, though, because now Bryan makes his way out. And it's weird and it's somber. He comes out by himself. There's no music. Just a spotlight on him. There's no Eric Rowan. Just creepy and quiet, and he just walks out to the ring. It's gonna be this has to be a big match. Top rope flying, technical showing off. Kofi nails a standing backflip into a Trouble in Paradise. Nothing screwy though. Nothing screwy until Kofi gets the clean pin. Then Vince appears on Titantron. Kofi, I knew you had it in you. I always believed in you. You just needed to be pushed. Like this. And then bang. Out of nowhere, Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt just shows up and just murders Kofi. Bray falls to his knees. Follow your dreams. I don't know. He's going to say something stupid and new. But just kills Kofi. Lights go out. Lights come back on, and there's no one in the ring. Bryan can be halfway up the ramp, whatever. Not involving him with the Wyatts is a good thing. But there's no one in the ring except Kofi, who's laying there just dead with the title draped across his face. Alright. So we need to have a fun one after that, because that's a little weird. That one got weird on me. Alright. Next is, time for the masturbatory old guy match. Triple H versus Batista. No holds barred. Triple H's career is on the line in Dave's last match. Triple H wins with a sledgehammer strike to the head. Game, set, match. Moving on. Basically, gonna have to talk about this, don't we? Why? Who in this match needs the heat? Who needs the rub? Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Trips needs a win here to make up for the fact that he has lost at least the last 2 Manias. He overall has a losing record. He's 9-21. 9 wins, 21 losses. 30 WrestleMania matches, and he's lost more than half of them. By a lot. He just needs a double-digit win, especially since he's getting a Hall of Fame ring while he's still technically on the active roster. Kind of like how he, put himself over staying at Mania, where we really only talk about Rollins getting both the best RKO and the best swerve win ever. Triple H needs it. It's dumb. It's self-gratifying, but, come on, it's Triple H. Next. Now, okay, so, I actually am 100% confident that the final match of the night is going to be Charlotte, Becky, Ronda. WWE makes a thing about having multiple main events, blah, blah, blah. The main event is the last match of the show. And considering this is a 7-hour pay-per-view, it has taken me 22 minutes just to get to this point. I think that it has to be the end of the show. This is the showcase of the Immortals, the granddaddy of them all, WrestleMania. And the one match everyone wants is this match. No one wants it to be a triple threat, but now that all the gold is on the line, it kind of gives it a little bit more power, a little bit more panache. So, Charlotte comes out. She's walked to the ring by her daddy. And, I want it to be this whole regal, ba-ba-ba-da where it's just it's truly a passing of the Flair legacy onto Charlotte. She is her father's daughter, and she's going to continue to run whatever division she's in, whether it's SmackDown, Raw. You can send her back to NXT and she'll destroy everyone. She's amazing. I don't like her, but she's amazing. Next is Becky. Becky gets the motorcycle entrance. Screw you, Triple H. Becky rides out. Badass Harley comes out. Last is Ronda, because she is the, the main attraction of this match. I like Ronda. I don't like her in WWE. But she comes out. She's got Joan Jett playing her entrance. I love her entrance song. I love Joan Jett. This makes me happy. We get to the ring. Ding, ding, ding. Ronda goes right after Becky. Charlotte sits back. She kind of goes in the corner and just, a little bit of tranquilo, just watches until Ronda goes for either a pin or a submission move, because at this point we want to make Becky look strong without making anybody else look weak. So Ronda's beating the crap out of her, and then Charlotte goes in. Charlotte beats the crap out of Ronda. Just beats the snot out of her. A couple big boots, a couple big knees. Come on. Ronda's about the height of Charlotte's shoulder, so a good shoulder block would just be a great place for it. Charlotte stands tall, does a couple of woos, and goes for a figure 4 on Becky, because Ronda's been knocked out of the ring. Ronda gets up, she grabs Charlotte, locks in the armbar. Now, the armbar being locked in releases the figure 4 on Becky. Becky goes to the top rope and hits a big elbow drop. Charlotte rolls out of the ring now. Now it's Becky and Ronda in the ring. Becky locks in a disarmer. Ronda almost taps. Almost taps to the armbar that looks like it doesn't even do anything. Like you're holding the you wish you had. Charlotte gets back into the ring and just kicks Becky's face off. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like it looks like she just murdered her. She's done. Becky just got her entire head kicked into the audience. Becky's out of the ring. She comes back. There's blood all over her face. I'm not saying break her nose, but break her nose. Do it. Charlotte and Ronnie go at it for a bit. And then Becky goes back and she's pissed. There's blood everywhere. The ref takes a bump. And Bex gets a weapon. Maybe a chair, maybe a biker chain. She came out on a motorcycle. She is the man. Come on. That'd be awesome. She just whips the holy hell out of Ron and Charlotte. Ronnie gets backed into a corner. Becky whips Charlotte into the corner. They fall on top of each other. Now, it's dumb and simple, but I love it. It'd be a really strong ending for Becky, especially considering this match is going to be 20 to 30 minutes long. Becky locks a disarmer on both of them. Charlotte and Ronnie tap out. Becky gets both titles. That's the feel-good we get at the end of it. We have Becky Lynch standing there. She goes up to the top rope, blood all over her face, holds those 2 titles up, and she looks at the camera. The camera comes up really close to her face, and she goes, "To be the man, you gotta beat the man." And that's the end of WrestleMania. Alright, so this is my first ever WWE predictions video. It's done on a shitty laptop camera, so please forgive that. If anyone has any comments, if I missed anything, let me know. Thanks for watching. Ding!